Hi, this is Chantal Patton with herweddingplanner.com, and here today we have with us Randy Fenoli. Randy Fenoli is the fashion director at Kleinfeld in New York City, and some of you may know him as the star of TLC's Say Yes to the Dress. And we're so excited to have him here today with us. Welcome. Hi, Randy.
Hi, Chantal. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate you. It's going to be a really fun time to have you here with us today. So I have just a few questions here for you that we get asked from some of our brides, and maybe you can help us out with that.
Okay, I'd be happy to.
Well, tell us, what would you say is the most important thing to consider when choosing your wedding dress?
Well, there's a few things that you really need to consider when choosing a wedding gown. First, you really need to consider how much you would like to spend, because I think a budget is really important. And at least a wedding budget, and then sometimes you should have a dress budget as well. Sometimes you may find a dress that's a little over the budget, so you may want to borrow from other parts of your wedding budget. For instance, you may want to borrow some from the flowers or maybe from somewhere else, but I do think you need to work within the parameters of your budget. You also should consider your location, season, and time of day of the wedding, because that's going to kind of guide you in the right direction towards what type of dress. And one of the most important things I tell brides is that you should always choose a gown that really represents who you are, because what you're doing at a wedding is you're telling a story about you and your fiancé and who you are as a couple. So are you guys fun? Are you traditional? Are you gothic? Do you want to be sexy? How do you want to look on your wedding day? And sometimes you can combine that. You can be traditional gothic if you want. So I think it's really important kind of to know the direction that you'd like to go, and then keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You know what? That's some great advice that I would have never have thought of. So it's so true. You know, you gotta think of all those little things and make it personable, right?
Absolutely. It really needs to be a reflection of who you are. You have to wear the dress. It has to be a part of you. And if you don't feel comfortable in that dress, then you're not going to wear it like you should. When a bride tries on a dress that she truly loves and she feels comfortable in it, her entire body language changes. And that's what I'm always looking for when I see a bride step into the right dress. You can just tell it by the way she smiles.
Well, that's awesome. Oh, let's see. Can you maybe share with us, just for fun, what would be one of the most unexpected things that has happened to you over the years with dealing with brides, or maybe one of the funniest things that has happened to you?
Well, I can do both. One of the most unexpected was when we had a fiancé come, and his bride had set an appointment to go dress shopping, but he had not proposed to her. So he actually hid in one of the dressing rooms, and when she walked into the dressing room, he got down on his knee and proposed to her. So that was a little unexpected. Funny. Yeah, and one of the funniest things probably was when I was designing bridal gowns. I used to design bridal gowns for about 15 years, and my best girlfriend in the whole world was getting married, and I did 2 wedding dresses for her. And she was a little more mature at the time when she got married, and she always loved bows. But every time we tried to dress on her with bows, it just looked silly on her. So we ended up with a couple dresses. They didn't have bows. She was a little disappointed because she loves bows so much. So her last dress was a skirt with it's a dress with a big tulle skirt, and underneath the petticoat, I had my seamstresses sew on literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bows under her petticoat without telling her. So when she stepped into her wedding dress, I said, "You know about those bows that you wanted?" She goes, "No, no, Randy, I love my dresses." I said, "Well, lift up your petticoat," and she did, and there were her bows. And so the entire wedding, she was lifting her skirt, saying, "I got my bows." So that was really kind of crazy at her wedding. So.
Yeah, that is so funny. That's a great story. Well, and one more thing, I guess, would you say it takes a lot of patience to handle the different types of needs that brides have, or has that just become second nature to you? I mean, you've been doing this so many years.
Yeah, I really don't. Everyone asks me all the time, how do you deal with bridezillas? I personally don't have bridezillas. I have a woman that wants to look beautiful on her wedding day. That's it. And that's all there is to it, I think. I mean, she may be dealing with drama from her family. She may be struggling with the budget. But my job is to listen to her budget, kind of put the family in check, and to make her look beautiful as she can on her wedding day. And as soon as I let her know that I'm in her corner and I'm going to help her, I'm going to pull every dress we have until we find the perfect dress, instantly she calms down. So, and whenever there's a problem with a bride, like in a fitting, the first thing you have to do, first of all, is acknowledge that there's a problem. I mean, some people want to say, oh, no, the dress is fine, the dress is fine. Well, the bride's telling you something for a reason. She's not happy with it. So you need to listen to her, acknowledge there's a problem, and then correct it. So I really see it as quite simple. I see it as customer service and listening to the bride and being the champion for the bride. So I really don't have bridezillas or any problems with that. I really don't.
Yeah, wow. So that you really do truly understand the brides and their needs. So
I do, and I love them. I understand this is probably the single most important dress they will ever wear. They've been dreaming about it all their life. They want to have a great experience while shopping for the dress. So I'm there to give them all of that, and that's why I don't have bridezillas. I think they're great. I love them. I really do.
That's awesome. Now, before a bride goes maybe to try on her dress, would there be any tips that you would advise her to do to be better prepared?
Absolutely. Once again, you need to define your budget, and you need to go through some of the bridal magazines or online and pull out dresses that you like and make sure that they're within your price point. And if they're not, at least those pictures will guide the consultant toward the type of style that you like. And then make sure you choose a really reputable bridal salon that is going to carry the styles that you are looking for, so that when you go in, you're not going to be disappointed. When you get your alterations done, you know that they're going to be done right. So you really need to go in. I usually recommend that brides come in with about 5 pictures. I wouldn't do any more than that. I think within 5 pictures, you can kind of paint a picture to that consultant of how you want to look. And the other thing is even though that may be how you want to look, it might not be the right dress for you. I have brides come in all the time, and they'll say something like, well, I hate lace. I would never wear a dress that is lace. And the next thing you know, I pull in a lace gown, she puts it on, and she says, oh, my God, I love it. I never thought I'd love lace. So it's always important, even though you have those pictures with you, to keep an open mind and ask the consultant, what would you put me in? Because trust me, if they're a good consultant and they've been doing this long enough, then they know their dresses, and they're going to pull something. And if you don't like it, what's the worst thing that can happen? You have to take it off.
Right.
So I think it's important to keep an open mind.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, that has been really, really insightful. And, we really appreciate you taking the time to be with us here today. And,
Thank you.
Thank you. We just appreciate that. And so, well, for all you brides-to-be, we also have the chance to meet Randy Fenoli in person. Randy will be in Canada in just a few short weeks on May 12th and May 13th in both Barrie and Kingston, Ontario. The show is going to be a sellout show, so hurry now. Click on the link below or click on herweddingplanner.com to register and to get more details. So again, thank you so much, Randy.
Oh, okay, Chantal, I just want to, point out that it's not just for brides. Also, we have grooms that come to the show. We have fans that say yes to the dress. It's not just about wedding dresses. It's inspirational and motivational, and it's for women and men and people that love the show. I have girls and their tweens that come and mothers that come. So anybody who wants to come see, take a picture with me, get an autographed photo of mine, come on in, and I'd love to see it. Anybody that wants to come.
Oh, wow. Well, that is awesome. So absolutely, everyone can come. That's absolutely true. And brides and all your entourage, mothers, guests, and like you said, just anyone who wants to come in and meet Randy in person. So, well, you know what? We look forward to seeing you, and we're really excited to meet you in person. And it's going to be just such an awesome and fun night to have you there. So thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Chantal. I appreciate it.